What's your name, bro? Brandon?
Go out.
I can relate with that. All right, come on around, bro. Come on around. I'm gonna show you, Brandon. All right, my name Mordecai. All right. Let me ask you this, bro. What's your nationality? Native American. All right. So your father is a Native American. He's considered. So if you see yourself on this sign, the Native American, you say you Native American, you would be right up in here. All right. Reuben or Gad. So you said Native American Indian, right? Bro, you from the tribe of Gad.
That's right.
Hey, that's a mighty tribe, bro. They held it down back in the days of David, days of Solomon. And even before that, you understand? You a mighty man. You a God on earth. But I'm gonna show you Deuteronomy 28. What? Oh, yeah, get that. Show you that when it come down to Gad, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, all these brothers that was born from our father Israel, Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. All of these brothers were mighty men. And guess what? We are the mighty seed of those mighty men.
That's right.
But guess what you get? Go ahead, let's get it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 19.
This about your fathers. Read.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him. But he shall overcome at the last.
So the Native Americans, you remember, do you know a little bit about history? All right, so when the white man used your brothers, Issachar and Judah, the American blacks, to try to overcome you and your tribe, the Native Americans. But guess what? It was hard to catch Gad, bro. They was leaping like antelopes. Stronger, bro. They carried ox on their backs. You understand? You got a strong bloodline. You understand? But what happened to us? Why are we so low right now? Why can't we remember that our forefathers were mighty men? Get that in Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna show you why, bro. The Bible explains everything, bro. It's your past, your present, and your future.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Watch this, B. I'm gonna explain what happened to us, all right?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, we are looking at the results of what happened right here. It said, if it shall come to pass. When something in the Bible say it shall come to pass, that means it's going to happen.
That's right.
The Bible has no false words. You understand? Every word printed in it is God's words. But why? Because we see the results of what was said. You understand? So if something happened that was said was going to happen, and we see it, that makes it true, right? God's words are true, bro. It says, shall come to pass, which it has, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Because we didn't listen to God's commandments. Not his religions, not his politics, not his wicked ass pastors, but his commandments, bro. So if somebody is not telling you God's commandments, first off, they don't know God. So you can't trust them when it comes to your salvation. You understand? Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Moses commanded our forefathers, all right? Read.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon you and shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now I'm asking you, B. Hey, brothers. Hey, brothers. I see y'all over there looking. Come over and ask us some questions, man. We out here for you, black man. Right. All right. So it said, curses shall overtake you. You understand? Now, in your wisdom, bro, is curses a bad thing or a good thing? A bad thing, right? You got some people who are so delusioned in the mind that would say a curse is a good thing. But you understand that curses are bad. I'm going to show you that curses are indeed bad things. All right?
The book of Baruch, chapter 1 and verse 20.
Watch this, man. Pay attention.
Wherefore the evils cleave unto us.
So the evils, that's the key word, evils cleave unto us. Read.
And the curse.
And the curse. So when the Bible mentions two key words in the same verse, it's likely defining their synonyms for one another. You understand? So evils and curses are the same thing. What you want evils on you, but guess what, bro? We indeed as a people have evils cleaved unto us.
That's right.
Because our forefathers and us to this day do not obey God's commandments, bro. Alright, watch this. Deuteronomy 28. We're going to continue to show you, bro, what happened to us? Why don't we remember that we're the greatest people on earth? Why do we not remember that we are the children of the greatest men on earth? It's because we have left our understanding of who God is. We left, bro. We still got that blood running through us. You understand? Blood don't change. But your knowledge of who you belong to change. You understand? Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these evils shall come upon you and overtake you, no matter where you are. No matter what mindset you think you under, you still gonna be under evils, under curses. Guess what, bro? We gonna show you the curses that identify that you are these people.
That's right.
So they'll say, hey, if you want to find out where you from, right, what they tell you go and do. If you want to find out where your lineage is, what they say go and do. They'll tell you go to 23andMe. Or go get your blood test, right? Go get a DNA test. But we're going to show you the black man's and Hispanic man's and Native American man's DNA, bro.
That's right.
We're going to show you who you are according to the scriptures, bro. You a powerful man. Watch this. Yes, get that.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So these curses are going to be upon you for a sign. How do we know where we are right now? Like just define where we are right now. We at Myatt Drive and whatever, Anderson, right? How do we know that? The signs right there, they telling you this is exactly where you are. Just as these signs in this Bible are showing you exactly who you are. You understand? They're showing you exactly where you are as well. Okay, verse 16.
Verse 16.
Watch this, B.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
So curse, evil shall cleave on you in the city. Now, let me ask you this, bro. Would you say when you go to any, you travel a little bit, wherever you've been, right? Where do you see the people that are like you? Are they in the best parts of the city or in the worst parts of the city? People that look like me, people that look like this brother, look like you, we in the worst parts of the city, B.
That's right.
There is no matter where you go, you can go to California, you can stay in Tennessee, you can even go up to Michigan, go down to Florida. Guess what? You can go to China, you can go to Europe, you can even go to Africa and find our people in the lower state, bro.
That's right.
You can find us killing one another wherever we are. You can find us committing adultery with one another wherever we are. You can find us lying on one another wherever we are. Those are the evils, bro, that cleave unto us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The redlining. You ever heard of redlining? That's where banks set out maps to say, hey, we're going to keep these Negroes right there. We're not going to rent or let them own or lease any lands outside that area. That's redlining.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And that is the tricks and the strategizing, what you would say, the war strategy that they took upon us. But guess what? God allowed them to do that thing because we broke his commandments. How the greatest people on earth stuck to the lowest parts of the earth. It got to be some spiritual, B. You understand? Read that.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
So we already said cursed shall we be in the city. You understand the conditions we are in today are cursed. But guess what? Our forefathers that were in them fields, what fields were we cursed in, bro? Cotton fields, man.
Right.
Orange tree fields, strawberry fields, tobacco fields. All these things that we produce for another nation, bro. Look, I say we cursed The Bible says we curse. Why? Because we can do all that work, but if the results of that, if the fruits of that came back to our people, it would be considered a blessing.
That's right.
You understand? But guess what? We was doing all of that for another nation of people. For free. For free. For the iron on your neck. For the iron on your feet. For the slop that you ate every night. You understand that pig intestines was given to us because they didn't eat that, they gave it to us to eat. Now today, we fry, we boil that thing. We cover it up in gravy and call it the best thing ever. Oh, my grandma fixed that for me every Sunday after church. So we say, oh, that's a blessing. Bro, it's a curse.
That's right.
You understand? It's a curse. And it all comes back to the fact that we broke God's commandments.
That's right.
Me and you, bro, broke God's commandments. That's why we in the Lord's state today. Verse 32.
Verse 32.
Watch this. We're going to show you even more things that happen in that field. In that field that we work 23 hours out the day. 21 to 23 hours out the day slaving for somebody else. We're going to show you what else happened during that time. Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So when did that happen? A lot of times you will see we can't even speak about our history, bro, because other people are offended at the truth. Slavery happened.
That's right.
Our foreparents had yokes of iron on their necks.
That's right.
We were given unto another people. You understand that, B? This is true. I can scream it out now because I'm confident to know that nobody can come against this Bible, bro. You understand? Read that again. 32.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So, you ever heard, you see Django? Yeah, you seen Django, right? What was Django's whole mission? Well, I'm gonna inform you, bro. You watched Django with Jamie Foxx, right? Django's whole mission was to go and get his wife back. Guess what? Her mother or her father's daughter was given it to another people.
That's right.
Sold to Master Charles in Virginia. Sold to Master Williams in New York. And guess what? It's about to describe to you the exact reaction that we had when our sons and daughters was given away to another people. Guess who we were given to? The white man. We was given to the Chinese man. We was given to even the African man. Just because we got the same skin color, that don't make us the same people. They knew that we were the Israelites. Why? Because our history lined up with this Bible. Watch this. We're going to show you our reaction when we saw our kids being taken from us. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them.
So you will see our parents weeping for hours, days, bro, because we had no power to go and get our kids back. They were so hundreds of, even thousands of miles away when we couldn't even afford to go and get a horse buggy to pay somebody to take us. Because guess what? We were property. We were somebody's property. You understand? Read that.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
All day we would cry. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Because crying was the only thing we can do.
That's right.
That's the only way we can show that we yearn for them. Because guess what? 5 hours later, you was expected to get your ass right back out there in the field and make me some money. You see what I'm saying? We had no power, no economic power. We couldn't pay to get our kids back. No military power. We couldn't come together and say, hey, let's go and get my sons back. Because guess what? His son was taken too. The person next to him, his daughter was taken too. And they was taken to different parts of the United States. Different parts of Jamaica. You understand? Guess what? That happened to your people too, bro. You was put on reservations You know what I'm saying? You was taken, your continent was taken away. America belonged to you, bro.
That's right.
God gave America to you, but they took it away from you. Why? Because you broke God's commandments. It's not their fault. They doing exactly what God told them to do, was to be his belt on our ass. You understand? That's why we got to come back to the commandments. We got to come back to our heritage, bro. This Bible. You understand? Right. God is our God and our God alone. Do you have a child? No. One day you're going to have a child, Lord's will, right? Are you not going to punish him or her if they break your commandments? Yes, right? So since God is our God and our God alone, guess what happened to us when we broke his commandments? He whooped our ass, bro. That's right. He whooped our ass. You understand? 37, watch this. Verse 37. Why do you call yourself a Native American Indian instead of Gad? Watch this.
And thou shalt become an astonishment. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
An astonishment is an amazing thing to see. You understand? An astonishment is seeing brothers that look like you come and think you are an enemy before the people who are blatantly our enemies. You see what I'm saying? They are enemies out in the open, but you still treat me like I'm your enemy when we are indeed blood. We are indeed the same people. Christ looked just like us, you understand? But you would think I'm your enemy because, hey, it's probably easier. I can go and show you harm or do harm to you before I can go and harm the slave master, because it's in our spirit not to like one another. Why is that? We broke God's commandments. He said it would be an astonishment. Another astonishment, bro, is if seeing all of our women have another nation's hair in their head, when we got the greatest hair on earth. That's right. You understand? Woolly, just like the Most High God's son. Even your fine hair, the best hair on earth. You understand? Right. Y'all used to wear feathers and eagle crowns on y'all head, but there was a what was the yeah, boom, right here. Guess what? Y'all didn't have that shortcut hair. Y'all have that long, beautiful crown on y'all head. Yeah, that's right. Guess what? He looked just like you, B. You understand? That's the power that we had. But there was also the power that was taken away from us because we decided to go away from our God. You understand? Read that.
A proverb and a byword.
A proverb is a nigger, a spit. You know what I'm saying? A porch monkey. All of these nicknames or so-called colloquial degrading names for us now, that they were put on us in the past by our enemies. But guess what? The amazement in that thing is that we use that against one another now. We call one another niggas and spits now. We say, oh, I don't trust him more than I can trust the damn hole in the ground now. You understand? We have no love for one another now. Although we are the same people and Christ looks just like us. That's an amazement, bro.
Work it out.
It said a byword as well. A byword is two words put together to make a word, to make a term for a certain thing, right? Native American, Indian is a byword. You know what Indian means? It's another word for slave, a servant. So you're basically saying the proud history that you have and that was taken away from you, now you call yourself a Native American slave. That's a byword, B. That's right. I call my people that look like me, Judah, call themselves American blacks, call themselves African Americans. When those words, the root of them come from the European people, Italian people. Can they produce the greatest people on earth? No, bro. Two white men cannot produce a black man. You understand that? But we can produce everything on earth that you see today. That's right. But another thing that comes to mind when you understand how much we are in astonishment is that how can how old is your father? 42. He was born before 85, right? African American or Native American, those are new terms.
That's right.
How can you be older than a nationality that you claim? That's an astonishment, B. Not even asking where I came from. You understand? That's an astonishment. But I'm showing you what things happen to us to show you clearly that we are these people, bro. All right, go to verse 48. Watch this.
Verse 48. Therefore, should thou serve thine enemies.
So the same people that gave you those proverbs, now the Most High God said, what?
Therefore, should thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So it said that God was going to send the enemies against you. Now, because you didn't serve me, you're going to serve them now. Watch this. For what? Watch this. Why we got to serve the enemy? Why we can't serve ourselves? Why we can't serve our God? Watch this.
In hunger.
You're going to serve them for the want of food. Now, let me ask you this, bro. Anywhere that you go to, do you have any Native American Indian stores to go to? No. Do you even black-owned stores like the mom and pop stores, the fish shops and all that? You can go to them, but guess where they get their food from? Guess where they get the frozen goods from? Not people that look like them, bro. Walmart, Sam's, Target, Mapco, Gordon's. None of that belongs to us, bro. Why is that? Read.
And in thirst,
for the want of water to wash your ass, or the want of water to drink for thirst, for hydration. You understand? All these things we would have to go and serve our enemies for. We're not just gonna choose to go serve somebody because we just want to serve them, but they have what we need for life. You understand? Our people that look like us don't have those things. That's why we can't go and serve our people that look like us for the want of all things, because what? They don't have it to give to us. We can't earn it from people that look like us. We have to go and earn it from our enemies, bro. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, the Nike on your back, the jeans on your legs, the Nike on your feet. Bruh, none of that belongs to us. Phil Knight is a white man that made Nike, right? He don't look like you. Even if you wear some Jordans, Jordan had to go to Nike to get his contract. You understand? Those people were not concerned with his nation. That's how you know that they're your enemy. Watch this, read.
And in the want of all things.
All things, bro. Anything you can think of, you got to go to your enemies in order to have. Gas, your birth certificate, your death certificate, your high school diploma, your car, your rims, your shoes, your haircut even. The materials to cut your hair with, bruh. You got to go to somebody that hates your guts in order for you to live and be comfortable in this captivity, bro. That's why, because we decided to go away from our God. You understand? It's imperative you understand that, and that clicks with you, B, that you are the greatest people on earth, but now you at a lower state simply because of the decision to go away from your God, bro. You understand? You understand that God, the God of this Bible, is the God of the universe? He's the same God that makes the sun do the same thing daily. That makes the moon do the same thing daily. That feeds the trees, feeds the birds, feeds the grass. He is your God, B. But guess what you decided to do? To go away from him. Guess what we decided to do was to go away from him. Now we have to make the discerned decision to come back to our God, bro. All right, verse 68. I'm gonna show you how we know. Finish that out, yes sir.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He said he gonna put a yoke of iron, bro, upon your neck. The same person, the same enemy that we had to serve for the want of all things, guess what? He put a what?
A yoke of iron upon thy neck,
Bruh, read.
until he have destroyed thee.
I know you know that history, bro. We the only people who are known to have yokes of iron on our neck for an extended period of time in history, bro. You gotta understand, bro, that even happened to your immediate forefathers. What's that? Yoke of iron. What are these things? Yokes of iron. The conquistadors came over here and tied your people up, took them to Europe, took them to Spain, just like we were taken from the west coast of Africa and brought over here to your homeland. You understand? The land that was given to you by God, we were brought in slavery, and you were taken everywhere else. And the people that stayed here, that was Gad, that stayed here, were put on reservations.
Bring it out.
They were put in hoods just like we were. You understand? The lower state.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.